7 Days to Die is a rather complicated and involved survival crafting game. It can be quite overwhelming at times, especially for those just starting out. Today we are going over 10 tips and tricks to make your start a little easier in 7 Days to Die Alpha 18. Right here in Saven's World. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Saven's World, the gaming channel for the average gamer, by an average gamer, and today we are discussing 10 tips and tricks for beginners in 7 Days to Die Alpha 18. Now, these tips are not in any particular order and are designed for new players of 7 Days to Die. With that being said, let's jump right into number 10, settings. One of the great aspects of 7 Days to Die is its customization. You can adjust practically everything, whether it be the day and night cycle, the number and toughness of zombies, the speed of the zombies, or even if zombies will spawn at all. 7 Days to Die allows the player to control oh so much. So don't be afraid to tweak these settings until you craft a world you are comfortable with. Now, for brand new players, there is absolutely nothing wrong with starting a world with zombie spawns disabled. In fact, I would suggest just that, especially if you are new to the survival crafting genre of games. Play for an hour or so with zombie spawns disabled, get the basic game mechanics down, and then start a new game with the zombie jerks. Honestly, 7 Days to Die can be a bit overwhelming in the beginning. Starting this game with settings too high in difficulty is a good way to make you rage quit, which would be a travesty. This game is just too damn good. Now let's discuss number 9, beginning quests. When you first spawn into a new world in 7 Days to Die, you are tasked with a set of 8 starter quests. It is important to complete these quests as soon as possible. Punch grass to gain plant fibers, pick up stones, punch these woody looking bush thingies to get wood, loot birds' nests on the ground for feathers, and get to crafting. Craft a bedroll, toss it down, and immediately pick it back up, unless you plan on living at your spawn location, which I wouldn't recommend doing. Craft a stone axe. Use this axe to hack at trees and boulders for more wood and stone. Keep punching grass. Craft plant fiber shirt and pants. Put on said shirt and pants so you don't have to run around naked. Craft a wooden club. Craft a bow and arrows. Craft a wood frame, place it, and upgrade it. Craft a campfire, place it on the upgraded wood frame. Boom! Done! Now you have your first 4 skill points to spend on perks. The starter quests are the perfect segue for number 8, the starting area. While completing the beginner quests, try not to stray too far if you can help it. Why not? Because you don't want to get punched in the face by a zombie jerk. That's why not. The area around your initial spawn point will be zombie free and should stay that way for more than enough time for you to complete the starter quests. So try not to travel too far until you have the beginning quests done and have earned your first 4 skill points. This brings us to number 7, the starting weapons. There are 3 weapons that you should definitely craft at the start of a new game of 7 Days to Die. The first 2 are part of the beginning quests, the wooden club and the primitive bow and arrows. The third, however, is probably the most important weapon to craft in a new game, and 7 Days to Die does not even hint that it is available. I'm talking about the stone spear. If you can, craft 3 or 4 of these bad boys. They are awesome and a must-have early game. For more about the starting weapons, check out my video on the subject by clicking the I in the top right corner of the screen. But now let's move on to number 6, stamina. Early game in 7 Days to Die is all about stamina management. You want to be sure that you don't completely drain your stamina bar. Getting into a fight with a bunch of zombie jerks with no stamina is a great way to get dead. It is a good idea to test the stamina drain for each weapon before you pick a fight with the zombie jerks. That way you know how many times you can attack and still have enough stamina to put some distance between you and the zombies. This leads directly to number 5, retreat! There is nothing wrong with beating a hasty retreat if needs be. If you are getting pummeled by the zombie jerks, it is perfectly okay to run away. Instead of going down in a blaze of glory, put some distance between you and the zombies, heal up, get your stamina back, and then plunge back into the fight. And sometimes, the best course of action is to not rejoin the fight. Don't feel obligated to kill every zombie you come across. There are plenty more just down the road. Sometimes it is better to live to fight another day. Now let's discuss tip number 4, vending machines. 7 Days to Die is a survival crafting game. As such, you need to eat and drink to fulfill the whole survival aspect of the game. But food and water can be difficult to come by early game. One often overlooked solution to this problem is this: a vending machine. These bad boys are absolute lifesavers. They can be located all over the place and sell both food and drink for relatively low prices. Every trader has a vending machine somewhere in his or her compound. So find your trader, loot his or her compound, sell them back their own stuff, hit up their vending machine, and buy all the food and drink you may need. The great thing about vending machines is they restock every single day, and usually have enough food and drink available to last you until the next day. Vending machines are a godsend early game. Be on the lookout for these bad boys. But now we move on to number 3, don't be a pack rat. Now I must admit that this tip was really hard for me. I am a pack rat to my core. I want to keep everything. But early game in 7 Days to Die, that is just not possible. You have limited inventory space, and being over encumbered is the last thing you want early game. Trying to waddle away from a pack of zombie jerks while being completely over encumbered is a great way to ensure the zombies will be snacking on your gray matter. While out looting, learn what to take and what to leave behind. Most of the junk items like nitrate powder, brass, lead, etc. can be left behind. You don't need them in the beginning. Instead, focus on items that will sustain you early game and set you up for future success. Stuff like food and drink, basic crafting supplies, weapons and armor. Those are the things you should keep in the beginning. Do not try to keep everything. You will die. I mean, is the handful of bullet casings or the lead trophy really worth your life? I don't think so, folks. Leave them behind. Now let's talk about number 2, infections. Oh man, infections suck, especially early game. But inevitably, a zombie jerk will punch you in the face and give you the oh so wonderful gift of an infection. What makes infections so bad? Well, if left untreated, they will first decrease your stamina regen, and we've already talked about the importance of stamina, and later will kill you. There are 3 ways to cure an infection. The first 2 ways are nearly impossible early game. These are by taking antibiotics or herbal antibiotics, neither of which you are likely to have or find, and neither of which you can craft in the early stages of 7 Days to Die. This leaves you with one option: honey. Luckily, honey is relatively easy to obtain. As you're out and about, you may come across tree stumps like this one right here. Whip out your stone axe and hack these bad boys down. They have a decent chance to yield you a jar of honey. This can be used to cure an infection of up to 5%. I would recommend chopping down every single tree stump you come across, even if you are not currently infected, because it is only a matter of time until you are infected. When that time comes, it is good to have a stockpile of honey to cure that infection right away. You may also find honey by looting cabinets, refrigerators, and even trash piles. You can find them in vending machines as well. I told you, vending machines are awesome. As a last resort, you may also occasionally purchase honey from the trader, but I would caution against doing so if you can avoid it. The price the trader charges for honey is ridiculous. Damn you, Trader Wrecked! What a joke. Now, before we move on to my number 1 tip for beginners in 7 Days to Die, I wanted to toss in a bonus tip. Frames. Frames are your friends. These puppies are so useful, it is not even funny. Not only can you use them to build structures, they can also save your life. How, you may ask? Well, let's say you're out on a morning jog through the zombie apocalypse when suddenly you're set upon by a pack of zombie dogs looking to munch on your insides. Oh no, whatever will I do? Easy, folks. Run to the nearest building, look at the ground, jump, and while in mid-jump, place a frame. Repeat this a couple more times and you will rise to safety. Now whip out your bow and shoot the stupid zombie dogs in their stupid zombie dog faces. Once they are all dead, pick up your wooden friends, make sure and hack up those stupid zombie dogs, and continue on your merry way. The simple wooden frame is one of the most useful items in 7 Days to Die. Don't leave home without them. Now it is time for the number 1 tip for beginners in 7 Days to Die Alpha 18. Have fun. 7 Days to Die is a video game. An absolutely awesome video game, but a video game nonetheless. And the point of all video games is to have fun. Too often gamers get bogged down with petty crap and they forget the point. I can't tell you the number of posts I've seen on social media or on gaming forums where gamers are being dogged for how they choose to play their game. Forget that noise. You do you. You play your game your way. Just have fun. If you have fun by making the zombies bullet sponges, do it. If you have fun by cranking the zombie hordes up to maximum, do it. If you have fun by completely disabling zombie spawns and focusing on building the craziest structure 7 Days has ever seen, do it. There is no wrong way to play this game, as long as you have fun. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. It is your game, play it your way, and just have some fun. So there you have it, folks. 10 tips and tricks for beginners in 7 Days to Die, Alpha 18. Do you have any tips and tricks for beginners that I may have missed? Leave them down in the comments below. If you found this video helpful or enjoyable, please subscribe to the channel and give this video a like. But for now, this is Saven saying, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining me in Saven's World. And remember, the average gamer is always king of the hill on the bell curve.